Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. Last time I logged out in Northern Barrens, and I went from there to pick up all the level 20 quests I could find, mainly in the Barrens, but also I think there was a single one in maybe in Ashenvale. And after that, so I picked up mainly level 20 quests here in Crossroads and Ratchet, and after that I ran to Stonetalon Mountains. It's right next to the Barrens. And the reason why I start here instead of somewhere else is because here I have this single level 19 quest left. And it's not completed there actually. I did pick up a one level 21 quest. It's a go talk to that I picked up in Ratchet. So I might as well go hand in this one now. And I can probably pick this up. He had a, what was it? Level 21 quest, but I'll try not to complete too many level 21 quests because I got so many level 20 that I'd like to have completed as oh, you know what? One of the quests, by the way, is picking up these eggs, and it is a quest that I picked up in Ratchet as well. So as soon as you pick up these eggs, then it's pretty much just get away from there, because instantly some small spiders will spawn, and if you don't want to fight them, then yeah, they'll follow you for quite some time in case you get aggro from them. But this quest, pick up the eggs, is picked up in Ratchet as well. It's this one, deep nose spider eggs. So there are quite a few quests here that actually is sort of done in the same area, even though they come from a lot of different NPCs actually. So it's like you have a second of grace period before they attack you, the small spiders are. Oh, and Sucky here, there was the rogue that I did some quests with in just outside of Welling Caverns. It just went offline too bad. I would have liked to say hello. He had a nice playstyle. I liked the way he was, you know, very cautious and what do you call it? Not tolerant, but you know, he was a nice guy. I think it's called a chat these days. You know, someone that's just generally likable. Alright, so that'd be 13 eggs. I can't see anyone else right now, and these eggs will just respawn at some point. So I'm gonna continue. Yeah, I'll take some eggs on my way back. This guy I need eventually, but it's for another quest really. I can mark him now. If I'm lucky, no one else will sort of kill him meanwhile. At least I'll know where he is then. These guys I don't need. What was it? Goblin invaders. I need venture code loggers. Although many of these mobs might look alike, they're not actually the same. So a logger is one of these guys here with an axe. And apparently they are ranged. There's another one down here. And I'm pretty sure I have to kill all of them, so one quest will lead to another. Sort of after that I'd probably have to kill the deforesters. There seems to be one higher level than this. Not a terrible cloak for level 14 for agility. And about time I get a little mana back. Oh, and then I actually need these operators. These are sort of all... they're not all over the map. They're usually by some big machine, and they have a drop chance of some blueprint. So I'll see if I can solo pull this guy, the operator. I'll just buff up myself a little bit here. Why not? There we go. Interesting, so I changed my buttons last, my hotkeys, and I wasn't intended to actually root them there. But due to it's all in the fingers, I actually managed to screw the new settings up. But like I said, eventually, like I said in the last episode, eventually I'm gonna have my other dot on the one key. So this should probably be smarter. I just have to get used to that Moonfire is in... my healing is still the same. There we go. And one more logger here. So there's a mage here. Might remember back being on PvP servers on softcore, this was always sort of a fighting area. I think that's the vibes I got to this area anyway. You always had to look over your shoulder here. You have to do that pretty much anywhere on a PvP server, but especially here, I think it was often you met people from the other faction. And when you see people fishing here, you almost know for certain that she looks kind of scary, that it's self-found. Self-found usually will need the materials from fishing, especially for leveling up their crafting abilities. You'll even say if you're a tailor, you'll typically need leather at some point, etc. And that your main income of stuff like that will be from fishing. So, running out of mana real soon, just for change. I don't know if it's a standing meme about balance druid, but in Wailing Caverns, one of the guys called me for an OOM kin, meaning out of mana kin. That would have been a good name too, by the way. Instead of Black Blossom. And as soon as I'm done with these lockers, It will be quite easy to see where the what was it, operators are for getting the blueprints here. Let me see. Yeah, and I put my hearthstone at crossroads instead of here in Stonetalon Mountains. And the reason for that was primarily due to, well, most of the quests are returned at crossroads actually, or in the neighboring city of Redwood, where I picked them up. You could argue, by the way, that it would be smart to say use my Moonfire somewhat before, but I'm using it also as a kind of burst damage because it'll crit quite often, I think. But it's not because it crits, but has a tendency to crit initially, but because you know, if it's mobs that will usually run away, I'd like to use that extra burst fire, but there's nothing wrong, say, in using it like this, or maybe I should cast Wrath as long as possible until I get interrupted. And with ranged mobs like this guy, that will be fairly quickly. So I think the smart thing to do would be like, oh, there's an operator here, by the way. To cast them as long as possible, and next time I'm gonna get interrupted. So as soon as I'm going to get interrupted, I might as well use instant cast to be most efficient. I mean, so a logger here. I can probably get at least 2 Wrath off, almost 3. And then I can use the Moonfire if I choose to, yeah. But it's all pretty academical, they're pretty easy mobs. There we go. So, I'm done with the, what was it? The loggers, and I just gotta check out the map here for the, what's this by there? Oh, it's more eggs. I'm pretty sure over here by the machine there's a giant machine. There's usually a couple of operators on it, 2 or 3 of them actually. As you can see, there's one up here. So, it's a bit, quite a few of them up there. Just gonna chill a little bit here. So, now I got 1 fight. Seems more like a fair fight here. But I got like a triple pull on top of that vehicle there. Bingo. And I'm gonna head back to hand in both of the quests I've completed, and if I'm lucky I can get the final 2 spider eggs on my way back as well. That will definitely thin out in the number of quests I have here, but I'm pretty sure there are some kind of follow-ups. And yeah, sure, I'll take the blue suite if I can get to it without fighting. There's an egg up there. Maybe not. Alright, so after completing this level 21 quest, I got an envelope that I have to hand into some guy in Batchet, I think it was. So I have to get back there eventually to hand in some of the other quests, and that fits pretty well then. So eggs here. It'll be very typical if I just get one. Oh, but I actually got two. No, sorry, I got four. And some aggro. Oh, and some of the small guys as well, but I guess I can shake them off. They are pretty fast though. And the first time I got quite surprised about how, I wouldn't say they hit hard, but they hit fast. The steel bloom up here. And yeah, I have to get up on some ledge up there. I'm not gonna bother with that. I had to run another way, and then I had to fight one of these guys on top, so screw that. Not gonna happen. Okay, so you could ask yourself, where am I going now? Well, I have to hand in one of the quests down there. So that's where I'm going. I'm gonna remove two of the eggs, because these are sort of items that's one of those quest items that if you have a surplus, you can actually get a surplus over the 15 that I need. And if you have a surplus, they stay in your bag. So it's stuff that I might as well sort of get rid of now, while I don't have much else to do, you could say. And this would be pretty good stuff for I can imagine a level 15 rogue or 15 hunter would be pretty glad to get these two items. Even though these shoulders are grey, it's some of the first shoulders you can actually gain as yeah, it doesn't matter really if you're a caster or hunter slash rogue or warrior. Usually it's around level 15. I think there are level 17 versions of these as well. They don't give you much, there's just a little bit of armor, but it's always nice to get something if you got an empty slot there. About this level 20 quest, I might have to try and solo it, but I'm not too keen about it, to be honest. Mainly because I can't get out. And the biggest problem with that mob is that it's sort of it keeps from what I remember, it keeps kicking you really, so it interrupts your cast constantly. So I was just looking in looking for group chat if there was anyone there, but I might as well I think look here in sort of in the main chat in this area really. And the reason why I'm running into this sort of small village here is that I can vendor some crap here, and it's actually possible to get from this village to where I want to go. It's from up here. It's even lit up by these small fires here, all the way. And this only took me like 20 years to find out. It was on this time in sort of this round, you could say, of me playing World of Warcraft. But it was only until I started playing hardcore that I actually found this road. There's nothing up here really. I don't even think there's any mobs or anything. So thanks to whoever bothers to light it up. Maybe there was a vendor here at some point. It could have been a goblin up here. They have the tendency of having these small outposts. There's a couple of them in the Barrens where they usually have some at least initially have some pretty useful items sometimes. Maybe a bit overpriced, but it can be like, say, male leggings with +5 strength, +5 stamina for level 19. Very good leggings actually. I'll say belt with +5 intellect for level 15 or something like that. So green items, but they're usually on a timer though. Anyway, let's see if she has a follow-up. I think she does. Yep. So what was that all about? The Elder Throne. So I have to speak to someone in Thunderbluff, and I can sort of say kill 2 machines. So I got from solving at level 19, I got a level yeah, and you know what? I think I'm just gonna hearth as well. Gonna meet the two same guys again. Kind of funny. That just hearthed right in front of me. So I might as well deliver the 2 quests I have in Ratchet. I'm not close to level, so it doesn't really matter about the which sort of quests I hand in first. I mean, I got a level 21 and a level 18 and a level 20. Some of these might give follow-ups, but still, yeah, it'll make it a bit easier to see which quest to sort of engage. But about this guy, Goggerok. Spot a wave. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so I have to bring some orders back to the guy that just sent me here. That's fine. And then I can hand in the eggs here. Oh, and then you got a level 26 quest that's actually done in a dungeon, so it hasn't got any interest right now. So I'm gonna fly off to Thunderbluff. There we go. And then if I have any doubts about where to sort of engage now, then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level 20 quests here in the Barrens. Mostly, mostly here in the southern part. I got only one quest up here where I have to kill a single NPC, Serena, who is the sort of the crone or the matriarch of the harpies up here. I've been up there twice to kill some of her minions, and finally I have to kill her. She's soloable, no problem. I think she was an elite initially, but she's not anymore. And while I'm in Thunderbluff, I might as well get rid of this. I may even find I don't know, some hunter or rogue. If it's, I mean, I guess even a level 14 warrior with, say, a cape hit with 1 stamina would probably rather want 4 agility, but I usually give these sort of presents to characters that have that particular stat as their main stat. So that would be a hunter or a rogue, as its agility and its leather shoulders. But it seems like the quest in Stonetalon Mountains, the follow-ups, they have sort of risen some. I could hand in, even though this is level 27 quest, it's a go talk to quest, and they usually don't give much reputation. So if I have to get back in the area, it's by the guy where I started initially. The guy in the hut here. I think he'll give me a quest about I have to kill a mob up here by the lake, who can be quite annoying, but I'll take it when I get there. I'm not gonna engage in a level 27 quest. But if I have to get back there, I might as well hand in this go talk to quest. Let's see if there's anything else of interest. They're fairly high. I could probably manage them, but I got so many green quests that I'd rather do first. Yeah, but there are a few that I've spoken about this in a previous episode, but there are a few of these quests where you say hand in a level 19 and then you get a level 18, or you hand in a level 17 and you get a level 15 quest as follow-up, and it seems very odd, but I think it's, to be honest, I think it's a developer screw up, and it's quite alright, but it's like Questy, the add-on here, it's pretty merciless in telling what level the quest is, so it'll point the finger at the mistake, you could say. It doesn't make any sense at all that you, after you complete a quest, that then the quest after in that chain is lower. It makes no sense at all. At least it should be the same level. Rainy day in TB. It's well made, I think, especially for the time the game was made. Has probably been some graphics update, but still. So level 25 quest here, passed it quite a few times, but it's still fairly high compared to, like I said, all the level 20 quests I got, so I'm gonna leave that quest as well. I try to focus not on suiciding here from falling down. Druid will fall hard, unless I think from what I know, my only chance would be to be, say, an engineer. Then I could get, there's a back you can get with feather fall or something like that, so you'll fall slowly. Let's talk to the crow. So the follow-up is just gonna stand still here. Oh, let's see. It's another level 18 quest. But about Rock here, uh, that I'm a little worried about because he interrupts that much by kicking me, is that if I want to sort of disengage from the fight, I'll be in trouble because there's so many mobs in there and they respawn really fast. So I'm pretty screwed if I sort of figure out that I can't sort of kill him really. I didn't even remember this guy. Well, I did remember someone sort of messaged me. But he doesn't have to be sorry about asking for, you know, if they need a guy and they're a bit desperate. I can understand that. If you've been waiting a long time for, you want to go do some dungeon. But I'm a bit surprised that why would he think that I would go to Dead Mines as a level 25? Okay, so I got a follow-up here to where I have to travel to Terran Mill. Uh, and yeah, level 18 quest again. Sure, I'll go there eventually. So I think I'm gonna ask in the chat in Stonetalon Mountains if anyone wants to do Goku Rock. And if not, then you know what? I think I'm gonna try and solo him. As like I said, as he interrupts a lot, I know I can fight him solo. There won't be any other mobs there. Um, only if I have to run out, but this will pretty much be do or die um, quest. Just gonna clear up my inventory here. That would be for Warrior Project. Shubrum. I'm gonna buff up with all I got, including Rumsy Rum. That'll give me 150 extra hit points. And the guy is level 20, I'm level 25. But I'm gonna use all I have. Mainly due to those interrupts, because if he didn't interrupt, I think I could do him fairly easy. But there's a secondary problem, and that's that the NPC is inside a cave. And that means I can't kite him. Roots only works outside. Even the sort of a special root thingy, this one, Nature's Grasp, that will give me a 35% chance to that the mob will be afflicted by roots. It can be upgraded to 100%, but I need my talent points elsewhere, and currently I'm boosting this baby. So the yellow quest, at least, the shredding machine. I'll try again. The shredding machines. Okay, I guess it's hard for me to say that. I'll wait with that one. It's a yellow quest, and like I said, I got a ton of level 20 quests. So, by the way, I picked up this quest as well. It's for the dungeon of Blackfeather Deeps, but it was more like a reminder that in Ashenvale it's the lowest quest I got. Up in this zone here, rest is higher. So dungeon quest or not, it's just a reminder that Ashenvale is 22. You can see it's active up here, and that's, yeah, not much else to say about that. So I'm gonna minimize this. Silverpine Forest, same. Actually, I got a level 20 quest there. It's the lowest. It's here. So I'll minimize these two again. But now, yeah, I got a level 18 in Thunderbluff. I'll definitely do it. This one alongside the one in Silverpine when I get there. But I got so many level 20 quests here that there's no reason to go to the Undead, or what is it, Eastern Kingdoms, just to show you on the map again. This is Kalimdor and this is Eastern Kingdoms, and there's no reason to go over here now. As you can see here, the quests are fairly high. There's a grey level 18, it's the one I just picked up. But otherwise they seem to be like these 21, 22. So I'll do those sort of level 20 quests last. I'll jump Goggerok. He is... where is it? He's all the way down there. And on my way there I can go hand in this quest as well. So nothing else here either. And after that, if I hopefully survive that... then I can do... I can do all the quests in the Barrens. I'm just gonna minimize the one here in Thunderbluff. So as you can see, I got so many so yeah, I'm going for these two quests now. I could maybe ask if someone is up for the spider. It's 21, but since I'm here, I'm just gonna ask in here in main chat. Okay, how do we do this? At least I've given it a chance, you could say. Let's see if someone replies to it. And I'm just riding here in the sort of in this zone. And I probably won't get a reply. So there's a level 27 quest here, and I got other quests in the area, so there's really no need to pick this one up. And I actually got quite a chunk of experience, way more than I anticipated. But I think it has to do with that I first had to travel to Ratchet, and then after I had to travel back, so I guess that the game or the developers sort of rewarded you with quite a bit of experience. Alright, so Basilisk I'm gonna wait with. I've seen quite a few people die from her, and I think, to be honest, each time I've tried to solo her, I've been pretty lucky that there was people about, and I've been invited to a group, and she's no problem at all. She does really pretty fast. But if you don't like the fight, it's pretty much like the other one with Goggerok here. You will have a tough time getting out. So I got a potion with say 500 extra hit points, and buffed up I'll have like up to I think around 1100. So he has to chew through the elite there. He has to chew through 15 or 1600 hit points, which is quite a bit. I might even go. I could go bear form maybe. But maybe it's not the right time for me to experiment with that. It would be 300 extra hit points and probably a lot of armor. 1263, yeah, double amount of armor. But I think I got it. My damage would probably be pretty pathetic. And I'll sort of, if I get out of bear form, I can't cast spells. Nope. So, you know what? I'm just gonna clop him with my staff. So there's a lot of low-level mobs on the way in here. And so I'm pretty much gonna sort of rely on my Moonfire, keep Moonfire up, and then I'm gonna clop this elite. I hope that will do the trick. I wouldn't do this as a level 20, that's for sure. It's only because I'm 5 levels above. So let's see if we can dodge these guys. Actually, I want to dodge the spider. He's still rooted down there. Aggressive little fucker. Yeah, okay, it left me. Finally, okay, so... And this is just because, you know, it's rather tedious to fight my way through all these mobs, and I'll probably get aggro from most of them. So, I'm actually using my stealth for a change. Could maybe fight that guy in cat form as well, but again, I don't know. I don't really feel like... but I don't really feel like experimenting with this during a quest. What I think I will do though is reset the data, whatever. I think I have to sort of... First of all, I have to kill these guys, so I'm just gonna buff up. And I think I'm gonna kill all 3 of them to make sure. Yeah, to make sure they're down. I'm gonna buff my staff because I'm gonna be hitting him quite a bit, I think that's the plan anyway. I'm gonna get drunk here, but that's only initially. That's pretty much all I got. So I'm quite pretty beefy right now, I think. One down. And I do have a slight chance to run away if needed. But I will definitely prefer not to. So I'm just gonna get my mana and health back. Let's see what I can make of it. The question is where I should run. I'm probably gonna run up this way, because then I can drop down the ledge up there. If I can feel like, you know, it's going completely crap. Let's try it out, guys. I think he spawns pretty much instantly and then he goes on a rampage. No? Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, level 19 elite, fine. Let's do it, guys. So as many wrath as I can use here. I'm gonna try and do some casting here. And as you can see, he interrupts me quite a bit. So I'm gonna keep up this moonfire and just my heal. Okay. I'm gonna try a big heal, see if it works. Okay, nice. I'm pretty glad I got the... Okay, interrupting little bastard. There we go. So, he wasn't too hard, but on the other side, you know, I did... I did have to use a Rumsey. I didn't have to, but I'm pretty glad for the extra 150 hit points. And you could ask, where do you get these if you have no idea about it? I get them from fishing. If you fish in pools in fairly high waters, I think starting from, say, zones like Strangleton Vale in Eastern Kingdoms, I can show you when I get out of here, you have a slight chance of getting one of these, the Rumsey Rums. There are different versions of them, and I think the lowest version and I get them from fishing, say, in pools in the Barrens. You can get plus 5 stamina. These nets you 15 stamina, and these are the highest. They go along with any kind of stamina buff, say like food or a priest buff, stamina buff, etc. So it's just extra stamina, and I'm pretty sure that some of the raiders, or many of the raiders, they use them. The main tank will use them, or just the tanks really. For a boss fight, as the duration of them is 15 minutes. The only downside of them is that initially you get fairly drunk. I think it says so. You see, now I feel sober again, but initially, yeah, no, I'm not drunk. I'm tipsy. That's before drunk, but your vision is a little blurred for, I don't know, like 30 seconds, stuff like that. You can still fight the fight, no problem, but it's just slightly annoying. But compared to the benefit, it's just fine. So that's why I carry them around. I carry them around on all my characters, at least when they are sort of, you could say, expected to try to solo various mobs. I'm not gonna try the spider, not right now, even though it's only one level higher. I got sort of a healthy respect for it because I've seen so many people die to it, even hunters, which are usually good at kiting elites. But like I said, she webs a lot, meaning that you can wanna kite quite a bit, but it's just not possible if she keeps whipping you. She'll get up close and personal. And naturally it's good to know your fight before you engage it. So Gogorok there, as you can see, I knew he would interrupt a lot, so I needed a plan. For that means instant cast spells, meaning that my main damage was Moonfire and my main healing ability was Rejuvenation. But yeah, the lowest quest now, I think after I hand in this one, I don't think there's a follow-up to it, is level 21, Arachnophobia. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm just gonna double check the map, nothing down there. 27 and fairly high level. Oh, it's 22. This quest is really hard, by the way, but I'll take it when I get to 27. I want to be max level before I engage in it. And I see a lot of people die from that as well. Some of these quests are just death traps if you're not prepared for them, and yeah. Oh yeah, that was one less. That was why I had sort of a hole down here. Um, but it's nice that I'm sort of making a little room from equipping items and using them as well. I think the plan after is to go to the Barrens and engage in, yeah, there's a ton of level 20 quests there. And about the quest that I just did, where I got interrupted this much, it was slightly risky, but yeah. Oh well, actually it was kind of risky because if I had, oh, um, if he was sort of had beaten me up, then I couldn't really. Well, I'd have a tough time getting out, but I would probably, if he had, let's say he had hit for like the double amount of what he did or something like that, and I felt like, okay, I can't handle this at all, then I'd try to sort of escape as fast as possible. I wouldn't stick around for long. And I knew the cave pretty well. I've been farming wool there at some point, so I know there's a place up top. Oh, how you doing? Oh, she's got a better. I actually didn't know you could jump down there. I'm not gonna attempt it, guys. Um, it seems pretty far down to me, so I'm not gonna forget about it. I'm not gonna die like that. So, yeah, these are for sale. And I must admit, the way she was sort of running around, she felt a bit like a bot. The hunter, I mean. Let's do it again. Usually, no, she's not, because what I usually look for is, oh nice, moonwalking warlock here. I'm gonna sell these, and about the moonwalking warlock, it's just going back to, actually back to Camp T, I think, because I got the first quest here. About the moonwalking warlock, it's a bug sometimes when people land from, or when you land, maybe I don't recall. Because I've sometimes seen people mounted that do this sort of moonwalking thing as well. It's a bug that happens when either the character you're looking at lands or when you land, I think. Where it looks like they're sort of, yeah, going backwards. Good old Michael Jackson style. What could be interesting, by the way, I could try and solo the counterattack. It doesn't say it's a lead, by the way. It's this quest. And if it's not a lead, then it should be soloable. See if it says anything here. But Silver Pine Forest, I can wait. Stonetalon Mountains, the same for now. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. I don't know, maybe the quest has been nerfed a bit. I think in the beginning, first time I tried to do it was on my mage, when I was playing with Midas on his druid, and he was very nervous about it, I remember that. But I almost solo him on the mage. He I asked him to join, but he was a bit afraid to do that initially, so I was getting second thoughts. But on the other hand, you know, I had Nova and Frostbolt, and he he wasn't sort of immune to any of it, the slowing effect for the Nova. So I couldn't see why there was any reason not to engage him. I think it was about maybe the same level or a little higher, like this. But Midas had just lost his, I don't know, I think a warlock or something like that inside Skull Rock. Famous Skull Rock in up here in Durotar. So I need to kill some of these Thunderhawks. That's the first quest I'm going for, and that's why I'm landing down here at Camp T. There seems to be quite a few of those. Not here, but I guess around. It looks like some... Yeah, I don't even know what they look like. Some small drakes, wannabes, weirdo with wings and a tail. They look like a mob that never existed, not even in prehistoric times, let me say it like that. I think while I'm hunting these guys, I might as well look for Manqueek's wife. It's up there. I'm landing right here. And I should definitely keep an eye out here for the Alliance police patrol before Horsemen of the Apocalypse. There we go. Oh. Just had to see what this quest is all about. Because if I have to engage in killing all these sort of piggies here... Yeah, I thought so. And I might as well do this at the same time. I think it's pretty much a quest you do at the same time. Killing these sort of mobs along with getting these Kulbor tusks. That's pretty much doing the same. Two things at the same time. And I tried once that, you know, I've completed one of the quests and then I realized, oh my god, I have to do it all over now again. Which is not the end of the world. By the way, it's these guys I need. And apparently they have a chance to drop this, what was it? Thunderhawk wing. And like I said, they don't look like something that ever existed. Bingo. Maybe if they could fly. But yeah, I know it's just me being stupid. They are not intended to look like something that existed, I guess. This will probably need some other... Oh, what do we have here? A chamois. Level 10. I think she's AFK though. It's not like I fell in love with her, the female cow there, but it's more like I had these items I wanted to hand in. Let's see, 17 silver, yes please. Yeah, and now I have to talk to some other guy. It's a talk to quest even though it's level 27. Yeah, screw that. I'm just gonna sell whatever I got here. Oh, I actually got 2 items, not too bad. If one needed such. So let's see what else was there down here. Yeah, I can kill a lot of piggies. Guess that's what I can do. And I think I'll do it over here on my left. There's a slightly higher chance, I think, of avoiding the Alliance police patrol. On the other hand, I might go find Mancreek's wife first. I don't recall if there's a follow-up to that one. He's here. I think there is a follow-up to that quest where I have to kill some piggies as well. So I prefer to do that quest first. And 150 reputation, by the way, for killing one mob. Not bad. So I think this is Mancreek's old settlement. And she's lying right in here. So, like I said, I don't recall if there's a follow-up to this quest, but I'd rather make sure, so I don't have to do a lot of kill, like 20 extra mobs or something like that in order to complete that follow-up. But otherwise, these bristleback, whatever, and these, it's the same guys as these, pretty much. These that drop these tusks. And yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for the 4 horsemen. I say interesting pack. 3 doggies on top. So yeah, it's a bit of a running. I should probably have, yeah, I should have flown from Camp T to Crossroads, but yeah, I only made up my mind along the way. And by the way, the Go Talk To quest is down here by the sea, where I have to go eventually in order to do another level 20 quest. And I don't think it gives much, because I picked it up here in Camp T and has to hand it in not too far away, so it's one of those that I can't imagine that will give me very much experience. And she will then give a follow-up with some other hunter quest. I have to kill some mob, I think level 28 maybe, which I'm not gonna do at the moment anyway. So this is Mankrik, and I have to bring him the bad news of his wife. And there was no follow-up, I think. Unfortunately. But I sort of changed my mind now that I'm up here. See if this guy, I'm just gonna inspect him. He have pretty shitty items, I think. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go, the bonus at least I got from running up there with Mankrik, the bad news of Mankrik's wife, is that I got rid of those 2 items, made some guy happy. It was even a guilty, so that was kind of perfect. And then I sort of decided to go up here and do Serena, not Serena Williams, but close to, tough lady up here. Serena Bloodfeather. If I'm really, really lucky, someone is just doing counterattack right now, or have just done it recently, and then I can just pick up the quest item, but I don't think I'm that lucky. Otherwise I'll have to sort of do it myself. Maybe on the way back here. It looks like someone has the quest active at least, because there are sort of horde NPCs fighting these guys. Can't really see any players, but yeah, I got it active, but it's like the quest was active before I got here. If there had been some players sort of engaged in the quest, then I'd be glad to help. But there isn't, so yeah. I'm gonna start out with Serena. And Crump, it's one of the officers in the guild, he's just doing massive cleaning. All the guys he's kicking out here, the guild, I'm sure they are inactives, maybe even dead players. But I see he do that from time to time, and it's kinda cool actually, even though it may look a little harsh. But that's the way you keep a guild active. So it's not a lot of, just a lot of dead names, you know. And they sort of changed the they changed the guild interface. Normally there was a guild tab down here, I think, where you could see sort of anything about the guild. But that tab is gone, and to be honest I don't even know how to look at the guild roster or rooster, I don't know how it's pronounced. So I'm pretty much just gonna dodge all the mobs here, and when I get up here in the end, I'll find Serena. I have to be cautious because there are holy crap, there's a lot of these guys here. There are a lot of not a lot, but there are some. They're called ambushes, and there's in stealth, and they're very fast, and they will sort of swarm back and forth. Actually, pretty much where I am right now. And they will sort of. You can risk getting a lot of aggro if you get one of these guys unintended. So there was a warlock seeking refuge there, I guess. So Serena's down here. Yeah, that's her right there. And I'd like to. I'm gonna mark her for starters. So I'm gonna. I definitely need to remove this mob here in order to try and get Serena solo. There's one of the ambushes there, by the way. Ah, okay. That up royally, and it's because I've changed my. It's all in the fingers. I'll see if I can pull a solo. Easy peasy here. I don't think she stands a chance, really. I almost feel sorry for her that, you know, the root didn't even break after receiving that much damage. And there's a stealther here, right there. Yeah, I got aggro from her. It's fine. I'm just gonna... I can ditch her by running here on the side of the mountain without getting any additional aggro. At least I hope so. Yeah, she left me there. So the next quest will probably be counterattack. I'll see if I can solo that one. Oh, so someone fell to their death in Baal Modan. Alright. I'm not quite sure what they're doing there in the first place, but it could be some exploring. That's a level 25, that's odd. I haven't seen a death like that before. Baal Modan is the... Oh, it's not true. I thought it was the sort of the dwarven starting area, but it's not. From what I recall, it's an area close to, I think. So, anyway, it's a death from falling. It's annoying way to go, but that's how it is. So I might as well try doing this. I actually can't see the quest here, but what was it? Counterattack, piece of Krumta's banner. And if I'm lucky, someone else will join in. Otherwise, it's it can be a bit of a long quest. Oh, and someone is actually on the quest, as far as I can see. I'm gonna help him out. after this mob, I'm probably gonna heal up a bit. Oh, so the big guy's coming now. I'm just gonna get full mana here. So the mage pretty much took off the ads, and then I'm gonna take the boss there, no problem. So we did this 2 guys, pretty cool. I couldn't heal him though at the same time, and the reason why I'm not jumping up like he is, because usually you'll get stuck having the size I have. So, quest completed, very nice. And I can imagine he was pretty happy I came by, because I don't think he could have solo pulled this. He was sort of on half hit points from doing from sort of taking the 2 mobs. And I just did my thing as a druid, keep rooting, trying to keep my distance. But it doesn't it doesn't hurt you to have a little bit of PvP experience, especially with kiting. And kiting means pretty much giving damage without receiving any. So I'm gonna hand in the Serena quest while I'm here, and it's thinning out in the level 20 quests. It's pretty nice, his gear, by the way. I'm gonna have to inspect him. Okay, it's some crafted stuff, I think some of it at least. Especially the leggings look pretty cool. Just gonna whisper him. He probably thinks I'm shitting him, but I wasn't. I was actually just stating my humble opinion. Alright, so I don't know why he wants to be in a group though. Maybe it was a mistake, I don't know. So I think the next quest would probably be killing all these mobs and then at the same time trying to get all these tusks. Oh, well, he locked out. Too bad. I was just typing that I actually thought his gear looked great. Oh, fucker. There's a level 20 quest up here. Letter to Jinsil. I'm just gonna pick it up. Yeah, that's annoying. That's what happens when you don't. When I don't. I don't know what triggered that quest, but I think it's that actually that I killed what she's called, Serena. And when I handed in the quest, I actually then a new quest would pop up, sort of not out of nowhere. It pops because I killed Serena. Um, but I'd say there's a pretty big chance that I'm gonna forget about this quest. This is after you do this. It's a level 20 quest that I just handed in, and you get a new level 20 quest. It's a like go quest there now to Jinsil in Stonetalon Mountains. So I'll get there back there eventually. So I'll bring it, but it's typically one of those quests that I can forget about. Um, but now there's a 22, a 23, some other stuff there. Not not too low level. 20 is still the lowest I got, and what I'm gonna focus on. So I have to recall as well that I got one in Silver Pine as well, at least one. I think it's only one, unless this one leads to another level 20. You never know about that. Oh yeah, and the famous level 18 as well, which I'll probably do first when I go to Eastern Kingdoms, and then the level 20 afterwards. So I haven't seen David in quite a while. The French guy, I don't know, he's kind of busy in real life, but he plays now and then, and I think he's met a ton of new characters. As I stated in a previous episode, he died actually while I was on vacation. Um, while I was in vacation in real life. On his level 52 warrior, but he took it pretty nicely. He wrote me when I got back that he had died on the warrior, and I kind of I kind of had a hint or a hunch about it. I think I might have told you about this in another episode, because normally he was on his warrior like 24/7, and all of a sudden he wasn't on the warrior at all. So I had it sort of figured out, or I had a suspicion that there was some issue. I forgot to ask him what he died of. Uh, but to be honest, I don't know. David's and my playstyle are different. He's more like impulsive, and I wouldn't say he's a good player. I think he's been actually he's been He's been a gladiator on a rogue, so he knows his shit for sure. But one thing is, you know, knowing specific combos against other players in the arena, uh, like ambush, vanish, ambush, and the guy's dead or whatever. I never was an arena PvPer. I just played more like in battlegrounds, but that's another story. Um, but if you're sort of impulsive in hardcore, it can be a major disadvantage. And he had that playstyle, and he told me so himself. So it's not something that I'm have concluded. You could say I have concluded it as well. I mean, I just don't understand why would you use hours and hours and hours and not say run around with a healing potion on a warrior. For me, it's like driving a race car without a seatbelt, because you can get surprised by yeah, in when you're grinding, you can get surprised, of course. So buffing up the boys in the area, and the reason why I'm getting up here is just I'm gonna log here, guys. I have to go do my workout. I'd rather do this, but yeah. But if I only play WoW, I'm gonna get fat, I guess. So I eat too much. So that was tip of the day. Don't only play WoW and eat. Do some workout too. So as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.